Well, the old 320 held up. Put up 180 some bales today, and then 150 yesterday. So did pretty good, no problems. Just when it broke a week or two ago, it broke the shear pin, and I put a new shear pin in it, but I never tightened it up. And so it ran 150 bales yesterday, and then I ran about 9 today, and it worked loose and came out. So after that, no problems with the baler. We're just blowing her off, cleaning it up. We're done with it for the year. I finally got a square baler I can look forward to using next year. So that's pretty cool. We're getting it all. I pulled the last 2 bales out of the chamber and then just went through and blew it off with the leaf blower. So I'm just closing it up, and then we'll find a spot in the barn for it next to the 273, which still needs to be fixed. That's going to be a winter project, I think, because we are done with it. We're done with hay, obviously done with straw, so there's nothing, no more baling. 2025 baling is over. So we'll get that 220 or that 273 fixed. Just need some needles put on, and that needle whatchamacallit, that needle yoke reshimmed, and then that should be a good baler next year for backup or run 2 of them. I don't know. So after today, I don't think you're going to be able to fit another flake of a square bale anywhere in any of our barns. We are packed full of hay. We have a good bank sitting here to sell over the winter time. We've got regular customers, so our hay price doesn't necessarily fluctuate like you hear like the hay market, oh, it crashed, but our prices are pretty much set, and they don't change based on what the local auction yard's bringing, because we are direct to consumer basically with most of our hay. Now there will be some of our hay that does go to the auction yard and will get auctioned, but for the most part, we try to play the seasons. So like right week after Christmas, we'll have a trailer hooked up and we'll start taking a load a week to the auction yard, and that's when typically we see the best return. It's not always that way, but if you spread the sales out over a month or 2, then you can get a really good average on per bale cost. So that's where most of this alfalfa hay is going to go, I think. At the end of September, maybe October, we'll start listing it on Marketplace and other places like that. Try and get as much moved as we can that isn't spoken for already for the customers that we currently have. Most of the, almost like 95% of our round bales we have sold already, and about 200 square bales, so not much, but the square bales is a new market for us for the most part. We've just recently been getting into that, and we just now hopefully have a reliable baler, because it's just easy when a baler breaks to go, all right, we're going to round bale the rest now, because that's just the way it is. But I've got straw, got about 500 bales of straw, got about 200 round bales of straw, which we need to get moved pretty quickly. I've got about 400 bales of first cutting squares. I think we've got around 100 round bales of first cutting, and probably 50 to 60 second cutting bales. And then I have about 200 grassy second cutting, grass alfalfa mix, and then I have it's gonna be around that 800 of this straight alfalfa second and third cutting.
We've just got 18 bales to grab in this little 4-acre field behind the farm here. And then that is it for hay season 2025. It has come and gone fast, that's for sure. But the barns are full. It was a good year. Now we look forward on to harvest and prepare for that. That is officially a wrap on hay season 2025, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. It was a blast like usual. When I first got started full-time farming, hay season, by the time you got done with it, man, you were just, it's one of those things you build stamina doing, and I enjoy it from beginning to end now, and almost wish you could get another cutting. But at the same time, we were 3 weeks until soybean harvest, or less than. September 20th was start date last year, and we started planting earlier this year than we did last year, so it could be earlier. So stay tuned for that, guys. We got a lot of preparations to get through before we get to that point, so stay tuned. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you next time.